Hello, my name is Jacqueline Delgado, and today I'll be talking to you about how different forms of art were used in apartheid and how it was also used as a form of resistance and a form of nonviolence protest. What was apartheid? Apartheid was a form of segregation and violence. It was a double movement between the nationalist government of South Africa and its people. It was a push to separate them and a push back from the people in resistance. Apartheid started in 1948 and ended in 1994. During these years, there was a great diversity in South Africa art, ranging from landscape painting to abstract art. Black and Africans, as well as colored artists, were largely neglected. It was often left to the Europeans or to the whites artists to show what the people and children were going through and seeing during apartheid. Posters were one of the most used forms of showing what was happening during apartheid. These posters were used as propaganda to show the violence and mistreatment of the African people. Not only was art used, but photography as well. In these three pictures, you can see the impact that apartheid had on the people of South Africa. Two of these photos shown are images of the Sharpeville massacre that happened in 1960. Not only were adults affected, but children were the ones that were more emotionally and spiritually scarred. As you can see in these images, that they as also made signs specifically where whites and Europeans could go. Conceptual art became more known in the 1990s in South Africa. The Butcher Boys by Jane Alexander, which is the image to the left corner, exhibits three life-sized human beasts with powdery skin, black eyes, and broken horns. The figures are considered to have no senses because they have no ears or mouths. One emerging black artist, Gerald Sokoto, did a painting called Songs of the Pick, which is the image on the bottom. Sokoto portrayed urban African life in places like Sophiatown and District 6. The paintings gives us a naturalism way to serve a stylization. A rank of workers wield pick in unison, forming a powerful image of African labor. Militarization was more enforced during apartheid, as you can see in this poster. In the poster, it says, "Remove all repressive laws, now," emphasizing how the nationalist government enforced laws using the military to make sure that its people didn't get out of place. They not only used posters as a propaganda to show the violence in South Africa during apartheid, they also used posters that would try to bring people together in peace, as shown on the images to your left. The African National Congress played an important role during apartheid. After the Nationalist Party started the policy of apartheid, the ANC reacted immediately and adopted the program of action that promoted open defiance against its government. As you can see, not only did they make posters, artwork, and have photography taken, but they used things like buttons as well to show what the African people wanted. In this image, you can see a young black boy. He has fear and disappointment in his eyes, as well as sadness. That He's also covered in a form of blood that symbolizes those that have died in apartheid. This is a painting called The Rice Lady by Vandermeer Trekhoff. The Rice Lady represents an outsider looking into South Africa and how it was doing and suffering under apartheid era. In this painting, an extensive view by J.H. Perniet presents in the painting how the Afrikaner nationalist ideology found it in the benefit of human inhabitants. The Conversationalist, Ball by William Kendridge. In the painting, he uses expressionist drawing and highly developed personal metaphors and symbols as well as characters to expose the hypocrisies and ironies of the whole white South African life. Apartheid, the African National Mirror by Pep Subros, which is the image to your left. The book portrays a visual and conceptual approach to old and new forms of prejudice and discrimination. Some of the images are on the fiddle to your right that uses artistic work as well as documentary works. Esrom League is the owner of both these paintings. The image to your right is the icons of darker Africa, which means people can change but masters cannot. And the dying beast, which is the image to your left, was completed during the political transitions in 1933. In the first image of these cartoons, you can see that they're referring to the African farmers and how they started to blame themselves for what happened during apartheid. In the second image, it shows how the process came to be of apartheid and how the National Party helped bring about this. In these two cartoons, the first image, you can tell that it refers to how the Afrikaners and coloreds were the ones putting up that sign that says whites only. And as you can see, it also says that a white man is sitting on a trash can labeled white trash only, saying that they were no good and a waste. In the second image is where we can see that the post-apartheid South Africa has happened under Nelson Mandela and African National Congress presidency when they won the election.